Welcome. This is a little bit weird. It's my first time streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I hope it's not laggy or that we don't have any issues. Let's see. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch alongside YouTube. I know my main stream is YouTube. Let me lower my audio for the music. Let me know if all the settings are fine. Let me know if you can see me clearly. But I'm gonna try streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube now, just to see if that can help grow everything. If you're not following my Twitch, you definitely should be. I could probably, probably drop my Twitch in the chat. Let's see here. How do I do this? We're gonna get into it in like 1 minute. Just let me set everything up. We're gonna be here for a minute. All right. I also want to make sure that my Twitch is in the description. Where can I find that? Yeah, so the Twitch will stay in the description on YouTube now. I'm also going to drop the link to my Twitch in the chat. If you're not following my Twitch, go follow it. You can do it for free. And I have everything set up from the overlays to the alerts. Like if you follow me on Twitch, it'll show a pop-up. I believe it should. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, it should also show a pop-up. If you send bits to me on Twitch, it should. And then all this stuff on YouTube like normal. So we'll see how this affects viewers and everything. I know it's also not my normal stream time. So a lot of different things in the stream. Also, it's going to be a very different stream than my normal ones. We're going to be doing a lot of scanning and just kind of like the dirty work when it comes to stocks. So yeah, go follow my Twitch. I just dropped the link in the chat. You could whatever platform you like best, that's where you watch me on. YouTube or Twitch. YouTube's still going to be my main one. It's obviously much bigger than my Twitch. And we're gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna get into it. Hopefully everything is doing all right. Hopefully all of you are good. And yeah, let's just get into it. This stream, I'm not gonna be streaming tonight like I usually do. I'm gonna be watching the Mayweather fight. On this stream though, we're going to be, I'll cover the market right now really quickly. After I do that, I will pretty much be scanning for stocks. I'm gonna try and get 300 to 400 tickers on my watch list, look for a bunch of new stocks. And then after that, probably just going to do ticker requests for all of you. So we're going to be here for probably like an hour and a half. It's going to be a longer stream. It's going to be a lot of work. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. Let me know how your weekend's going. If you're on YouTube, if you want to send me a tip, that's the pinned chat. Check out the links in the description. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you want to subscribe, you can. And let's just get into it. This is mainly like a test stream. We're going to see how it goes. And yeah. All right, let's just start the analysis. We got 15 people, I think. How do I even check this now? Okay. And then on Twitch, we could also take a look there. All right, I'm so sorry. All right, let's get to it. So I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, first time ever. The chats, I think you can see, yeah, the chats combined. So the chat that you're seeing like right under me is the chat from both Twitch and YouTube together. So right now I have 6 people on Twitch and about 16 on YouTube. All right, thank you. Hit that like button, hit that follow button on Twitch. There's so many things I have to plug now because I'm streaming on 2 different platforms. I might as well just not plug anything and let's just talk. All right, let me go full screen. Let's talk about the market and how things are looking. Friday was a very good day. If we take a look at the actual S&P 500, you're still in the broadening wedge, obviously, but you had a very nice day. After that kind of indecision candle on Thursday, this hidden bullish divergence on the MACD on the S&P is continuing. You're still literally inches away from all-time highs. You're literally 0.20% away from a new all-time high, which is amazing on the S&P. We'll see how futures open up tonight in about 3 hours. And let's see. All right, good. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. The S&P in terms of technicals, you've still have the hidden bullish divergence. If we zoom into the 4 hour, it's all right. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's just kind of neutral in this, make or break area up over here from those previous all-time highs in the beginning of May before the extended pullback. One thing that is a little bit, I'm not gonna say scary, but just something to note going into the week is that you're in the same exact area that you were on May 10th before a very quick correction for the market, both the S&P and the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was actually, it was in the same area on May 10th, but it was actually higher in April. So thank you, BPramod24, for following on Twitch again. I'm dual streaming for the first time ever, so you can check out my Twitch. The link is in the description if you're on YouTube, and then vice versa if you're on Twitch. And yeah, let's keep going. What else we got over here? The IWM still around the top of the symmetrical triangle, and that's really the market. You know, we're going into this week with a market that is pretty interesting, where you have kind of neutral technicals, but obviously bullish momentum from the last few weeks coming into this new week. I'm not too sure if there's any economic data that's coming out, haven't really looked into it, but what we are going to do now is look into a bunch of stocks. All right, this is going to be a longer stream. I'm going to be scanning like I usually would off stream, but instead today I'm going to be doing it on stream. And I'm going to show you like how I look for the stocks that I put out trades on. And if you've been following the trades recently, they have been doing pretty well alongside a lot of the growth stocks. So yeah, I'm gonna go to a separate watch list on my trading view that I made just for scanning. I'll actually make a new one just for this stream. All right, and what I'm gonna do for about probably 30 to 40 minutes is just scan. I'm gonna be talking to you in the chat if you have any questions. I'm just gonna kind of back like I'm not even streaming and just scan. It probably will get repetitive and boring, but that's what you have to do when you're a trader. You have to put in the homework. You have to put in those hours outside of the market hours and kind of get a game plan going into the trading day. And then after I do all the scanning to close out the stream, I'll do ticker requests. So for right now, we're not doing any ticker requests yet, but we will probably in 30 or 40 minutes. So yeah, hopefully everything's good with the dual stream. Got about 22 people across both streams. The only thing that kind of is like, I don't know about dual streaming is like it's gonna split up my viewers, which is I don't know if that's something I want to do. Maybe like later on in a few months, but this is just a test stream, so we'll see how it goes. And also let me know if you have any feedback. But let's just start it. Let's start scanning. I'm gonna start off with FinViz. Let me switch over to my other overlay. All right, and we're just gonna use this. I'm gonna move over my trading view as well, so you can just see FinViz. Perfect. All right, and does the chat show up here? I don't think I have chat on this overlay, so I'm gonna have to just look there and there. All right, perfect. So let's get started with the scanning. We're on FinViz right now, and I'm just gonna select some settings that I like to do. First off, over 500,000 volume. I need that for sure. I'm gonna start off with like some high short interest stocks just to see how many we could find. I'm just gonna take all these tickers and I'm gonna throw them on my watch list. Sorry for all the ads, I don't have FinViz Premium, but the other scanner we're gonna use, I do have the premium version on. So let me start typing all these tickers into my watch list. Again, sit back, take out a notepad, and we'll see if we could find anything good. And that's about it. See, a lot of these I've actually already been looking at because last week a lot of the high shorted stocks were kind of popping one by one. So I'm just trying to think of charts that I haven't seen yet as I'm looking at this list. Fisker is over 25% short interest. Yeah, and this just like the part of adding tickers to my watch list is going to take probably about 20 to 25 minutes to get a very good amount of tickers on my watch list. So literally the next 20 minutes are just going to be me sitting here and typing. So I don't know, entertain me in the chat, let me know what's going on, and also let me know if you want me to do this. I could just do this part off stream, honestly, and I probably should have. It was just I was trying to set up the dual stream, so it took me a while. But like if we do this again, which we probably will, like a scanning stream, I'll probably just do all this like boring stuff off stream because there's really no point to it. But I guess you get to see which settings I use and everything. And yeah, like as we speak, I'm just adding all of these tickers over to my watch list. So first we went with the over 25% float short. Now we're gonna go over to technical. I'm gonna look for things that are oversold. So the RSI is at 40. I don't like putting the RSI too low on the scanner. Like if we go to like RSI 10 or something, I don't like being that oversold because then it shows like you could have gapped down like crazy, or just, you know, something horrible must have happened for you to be at an RSI of 10. So I'm just gonna go with an oversold 40. And let's actually put a little bit more onto this. Let's see if we can find something that's oversold at a horizontal support. Let me make it a strong horizontal support. Let's see. All right, there we go. We'll just add these. All right, GPL, HD. So yeah, this is the part that, I mean, this is something that all of you should be doing. If you're just kind of waking up on Monday mornings and looking for random stocks after the market opens, you're behind, right? It's like, what's the saying with the early worm? You know it. I'm not even gonna say it. You gotta be the early worm, all right? You gotta be putting in the work when other people aren't if you wanna be better than most people that are trading. This is a competition at the end of the day. Every time you put in a buy order and a sell order, you're pretty much facing off against another trader in the market. And if you're not more prepared than them, they're gonna beat you. What's up, Nasi on Twitch? How you doing? So yeah, pretty cool. So I'm just going to keep on adding tickers to my watch list. I'm just trying to help you understand how I look for stocks and how much of a process it is to put out all these trades. Because people honestly only see this part and they're like, oh, that could have been so easy. He just found a bunch of random tickers and they did so well. From start to finish, to get a sheet looking like this, you're going to see how much work it takes. Not only do I have to scan for them, I also have to analyze the market, time the trades with the market, and then also chart the specific tickers I get from scanning to get the best entry and exit and stuff like that. So it's from start to finish, each one of these trades is a process. And that's something that I want everybody here to learn. It's not just gonna, appear every single week, especially like, I know it might seem like that in the craziest bull market ever, but when things aren't super bullish, you're gonna have to do this to find good plays. That's just the fact of the matter. So let's look for some more stuff. I'm gonna go look for hammer candles. I'm gonna go to candlestick, hammer, and I'm gonna type in probably a lot of these as well. Sorry for all the ads. This is probably gonna be my last setting on Finviz, and then we're gonna kind of move over to Tradeitics, which is better in my opinion. So let me add all these to my watch list. And I know my camera's blocking a lot of the tickers, but I don't think it really matters. Also, we got a few people in here. I know it's not my usual stream time and also not my usual type of stream. And also I'm split up across 2 streams, but for the people who are here, what's your prediction for Mayweather and Logan Paul tonight? Who do you think is going to win, and in which round do you think it's going to end in? No predictions. Okay, it's really that quiet of a stream. That's fine. We got Mayweather in the 4th coming in from Kayla Fake 21 on YouTube. Hold up. I might just try and start speeding through these because this is going to take forever if I don't. But we are going to be charting after I get all these tickers on my watch list. And then after we do all this scanning, I'm going to do ticker requests for all of you, but not yet. So don't be requesting tickers just yet. Give it about like half an hour and then I'll start doing those. Now, one thing I am noticing that's a little bit of a concern. I don't know if the stream is lagging, but my laptop fan is on. That never happens. When I'm just streaming on YouTube, my computer never gets hot. The fan never turns on. For whatever reason, the fan is on. The laptop's getting hot. So not too sure. I thought it would just be like a network thing. I don't think it would take up CPU to dual stream. But it looks like it is actually taking up extra CPU, which is an issue. And it's also because I have a lot of tabs open as well, but literally sounds like my laptop's about to take off into outer space. All right, I'm gonna finish that with Tradeitics right there. Now we're gonna move over to Tradeitics, which is my other favorite platform. Let me take a look at the chat again. Let's see. We got a lot of predictions. Let's go, chat. Let me read them all out in a second here, then we're gonna get back to scanning. keep hitting that like button if you're on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. Also, if you want to subscribe on Twitch, you can. You have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Probably not gonna. After trying it out. I mean, it's good I tried out the dual stream, but I don't think it's gonna make sense for me to dual stream. At least until I get bigger and stuff, because it's just taking up too much CPU, and also it splits up the viewers. I tried, but to get like 2 or 3 viewers on Twitch, it's not worth like having my computer lag and stuff, honestly. So predictions, we got Mayweather 4th, Mayweather 8th by Matey, Logan in 3 by I Am, Mayweather 4th by Mike. You have to say Mayweather, but the way things work, it's Paul. Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world, says Jordan. Mayweather better give him work, said Nick. Better fight is Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Yeah, that's going to be a interesting fight. Honestly, I'm not going to give predictions on that fight for now. I kind of want to start like covering like boxing matches because I love boxing, but when it comes to Jake and Tyron, I mean, I'll give a prediction later. I'm gonna give my prediction for tonight though, alright? And this is gonna get a lot of hate. Alright, I think. Alright, now keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. I don't even know how I want to say it. Mayweather is literally my favorite boxer. Now this is gonna be crazy for me to say. Mayweather is my favorite boxer in history. But I don't think enough people are understanding that we're not getting the same Mayweather that we had for pretty much the last 20 years. So I've watched many Mayweather fights. I've always rooted for him. And Mayweather's relatively been hated because he beat everybody's like favorite boxer. So when he went up against Canelo and Cotto and Pacquiao, like he beat all those crazy people, and then people hated him even more. People pay to see him lose, right? But I've been a huge fan of Mayweather for a long time. I was going for Mayweather against McGregor as well. I think it's going to be a much tougher fight because if you look at the way that I didn't say any prediction yet. If you look at the way that Mayweather fights, heavily defensive, and he really only applies pressure on the counter. So yes, he probably will be able to counter Logan well with all of his experience, but the only concern I have for Mayweather is his fatigue. I don't think he's going to gas like cardio wise, but I just think that he's not going to be able to take punches the same way he once did. So it brings up this scenario where if Logan does it, if he somehow lands a nice combo or just one crazy shot because of the weight difference, I think it's actually going to hurt Mayweather a lot more than we've seen him in the past. And we've only seen Mayweather get shaken up like a few times, like Shane Mosley. There was one other time I can't think of. It was like in the beginning of a round, like it was like the first round of a fight. It was like 10 years ago. I think Shane Mosley hit him with the right in like the second round when they fought or something that got Mayweather. But my final prediction for the fight is it goes all 8 rounds and no winner is chosen because there's no judges, so you're not selecting a winner. That's my prediction. I think I don't really see a knockout. All right, let me just put it like this. If Logan does land one crazy shot, I think he has the power and the weight advantage to knock Mayweather out. On the other hand, I do not think Mayweather has the power to knock Logan out. Do I think Mayweather has the experience to outbox Logan? Yes. But I think when you put everything together, it's going to be really hard for Logan to land that one crazy shot, but it's also going to be really hard for Mayweather to get a clean knockout on somebody who's 35 pounds heavier than him and 20 years younger. So I think it's just going to go all 8 rounds, and then it'll just be left up to the people to decide. That's my prediction. I'm fine with whatever, though. Whatever the outcome is. Honestly, I kind of do want Logan to win, and I know Mayweather. I said Mayweather's my favorite boxer, like overall, just because he's like the greatest boxer of my era. But I just think it would be insane if Logan won. So I kind of want to see the world go crazy. But again, I'm chill with whatever. So overall, I would say I'm rooting for Logan just because of how awesome that would be. And we'll see what happens. Well, let's get back to scanning. I spent way too much time on that. I don't even know. I know nobody really cares about my opinion, but it's all good. Let's see. Let's just keep running up these tickers. I don't even know why I added NVIDIA. NVIDIA's been a great trade. So let me start typing in more tickers. Probably gonna do about another 10 minutes of just typing in tickers. I'm gonna get over to the charts for the rest of the stream. All right. Whoa. Alright, my computer's actually calming down now, so maybe it's okay. But did I not just speak facts about that? Like, I feel like I have a pretty good read on tonight. The only thing that would genuinely surprise me, like the only one thing that would surprise me from the match is Mayweather knocking out Logan with one punch. And I know people are going to call me crazy for saying that would surprise me, but I just don't see it happening with the weight difference. I could see Logan knocking out Mayweather with the lucky right hand, or I know he likes throwing an uppercut. If it does go all 8 rounds, it probably will be very hard for Logan to win on points, though. I will say that as well, because Mayweather plays 4 points, and obviously they're not going to give official points, but people will make their own points. And it's really like a match for, like, you know, for the people to decide, I guess, if it goes to the end. Thank you, Risky, for the follow on Twitch. All right, let's just go over to another part of the scanner. We got 22 people across both streams. Keep hitting that like button if you're on YouTube. Hit that follow button if you're on Twitch. Why is this not loading? Let's see. Yeah, Woodley has not won a match in like 4 matches, but he's fought really good opponents in his last 4, to be fair, or 3 out of his last 4. And he is one of the best historical strikers in the UFC. So it's a crazy matchup for sure. My hair is so... I didn't brush my hair. I got a haircut, but I didn't like do anything after. Let's just keep adding tickers. So I'm on Tradeics right now. This platform's quite different than Finviz. I mean, they both have scanners, but this one is a lot more algorithm based, which I like quite a bit. So I'm doing bullish price action, bullish options, algorithm, and then high confidence. That's what I'm typing in right now for my scanner, and I'm just carrying over all the tickers onto my watch list. All right. Tech. Let's see. Got run, SIRI, NLS. CRTO. For the people just joining in, I'm just adding a bunch of tickers to my watch list from some of my scanners, so we can analyze them, and then after I finish doing all that, we're going to do ticker requests in about half an hour. Just a very data comprised stream. We're just going to be compiling a bunch of data, charting a lot of different, probably going to chart over 300 or 400 stocks. I'm not even joking. And we're going to try and find maybe 20 to 30 that look good. That's the process. That's the work you got to do if you want to be a good trader, if you want to find good opportunities without, you know, chasing all the other people. eMoney41, thank you for the follow. Be dope to get 200 followers on Twitch. Also, we're really close to 2,500 subs on YouTube, which is going to be cool. For the people in Twitch, if you're like, why is the chat so empty? Who am I talking to? I'm also streaming on YouTube. I'll drop the link in the Twitch chat if you want to come over to the YouTube stream. Honestly, I don't care much about Twitch, and I'm so sorry to say that to the people on Twitch. I'm just trying to see if it can help me grow what I'm trying to do. And I'm not saying I'll never care about Twitch. If the Twitch platform, if I really, you know, start growing on Twitch, of course. It's just, I don't really care about what the platform is, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever it is. I just care about where the people are. You know, I want to go to where I can help out the most people. Just being honest. So if I can help, like, you know, cross market between YouTube and Twitch, that's something I'm willing to try out. And we're just trying it out right now. It's good that I'm not lagging though. I thought I would deal with like some bandwidth issues because it takes like a lot of upload to stream to 2 different servers at the same time, I believe. Let's move on to a new scanner. We're going to go to the bullseye scanner. We are going to go to buy, call, high confidence, high flow score, increasing confidence, and we're just going to add FCX. That was the only one that came up. Actually, it's already on my watch list. Great. Let's move on to the Scanny. This is pretty similar to Finviz, where you can type in your own settings. So I'm going to put in 500,000 minimum volume. I'm going to put in RSI divergence and MACD divergence. I'm just going to take over this page and put it onto my TradingView watch list. All right. Probably like literally 5 more minutes of just scanning, and then I'm going to move over to TradingView and I'm going to chart everything I just added to my watch list. And then after that, we're going to do ticker requests. But yeah, keep hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Check out the links in the description. Last week was crazy. Looking for another good week. You never know, anything can happen. Maybe I'll just keep the watch list a little bit smaller than usual for today, just for time purposes. We'll skip those. How many tickers do I have over here? Scan. I have about like 160. We'll just start off with that. If we can't find that much from this, we'll add more and we'll scan again. But let's just start off with this for now. And yeah. For the people typing in the Twitch chat, or the people in the YouTube chat, I'll do ticker requests for everybody who's asking about tickers. I'll do them after I finish this watch list that I just created. I'm just going to scan through 150 stocks right now. After I finish doing that, I'll do ticker requests for the rest of the stream. So yeah, my hair is so bad. I should have brushed it. Let's start looking at these tickers. Let me take a look at the chat again. If I missed anything. I don't know if Willie's gonna beat Jake. I don't know. Boxing split. So many people in UFC are not realizing boxing's so different. Same thing, like if Jake went over to UFC, he'd get smoked by 99% of the fighters. Just a completely, not completely different sport, but the technique and the type of stamina, not stamina, you need is very, very different. Yeah, hit that like button. How many likes we got? Got 14 likes. Let's go. Got about 27 viewers between both streams. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start looking at charts. All right, we've just spent like the first half an hour of the stream putting a bunch of stocks onto the watch list. Now I'm gonna take this whole entire list and we're just gonna analyze it together so you can get some education out of it, see what charts I like, see what charts I don't really like. And yeah, let me move back over to the other overlay and fill up that chat because it's empty. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. I don't like seeing an empty chat. All right, AGC. We're gonna start off with this one. I'm just gonna run through a bunch of these tickers. Not a lot of data on this chart. I'm gonna move on. API. Let's take a look at it. Strong support around 37 bucks. Let me make that an orange line. 37. It's above that. There was classic bullish divergence down here, but that's already played out. Kind of looks like a bear flag at this point. It's under the 200-day. I'm going to move on. Remember, you don't ever want to compromise. If you have over 100 tickers you're looking at, look for the ones that look the best. This one looks like a double top. I'll pass. No data. I'll pass. Just pumped. I'll pass. I'll also pass. Blink. It's already been running its side of resistance. Move on. Beyond. Beyond's pretty interesting here. If we zoom in, it's kind of like in this triangle. Not really, but just price consolidation. No way to know where that's going to break, so I'll pass. CCIV, it's at this huge make or break area, 24. If it breaks it, I could see 30 bucks, but it's failed to break it the last 2 times it was here, so maybe I'll just wait a little bit longer. Not enough data on that chart. DMTK. This one looks like I lined it up before, but never got into that. This one was up 20% on Friday. See what I'm saying? Like, you scan for so many charts, but really it's only a few of them that'll actually look good enough for trades. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like this is the part that kind of does suck. Fizz just, it's trying to break out, but not much there. Same thing over, I mean, this one's okay. 1-800-Flowers. It's actually a lot of hidden bullish divergence. This one's actually pretty nice. I'll leave this one on the watch list. Not enough data. Rejected the 200-day moving average. Not my type of trade. Canoe. I would like some divergence. It's not there for now. Weird month though, right? FOMC from the Fed, quadruple options expiration. When is quadruple options expiration, by the way? Can you tell me the date? Is it the 18th? Because I've seen a lot of options expiring on the 18th. CPI consumer data. Yeah, I mean, last month was also crazy. I mean, not really. April was crazy with a lot of data and obviously like the stimulus bills and everything. I'll pass on this one. Let me kind of zoom out here. How much battery? I'm good. What's up, D? How you doing? Let me know how you're doing in the chat. This one, IHT. It's pretty similar to AHT if I'm not mistaken, but not really a swing trade for me in terms of technicals. I know, I don't like how it's under this resistance. INSG. It's over $8. It's actually in a pretty nice place. Check out the daily. I mean, yeah, this has potential, but it just went from $7 to $10, so I'm not too sure. Not enough data. If this one double bottoms KC, if it comes back down to this $34 range and double bottoms at the PCZ of the bat, and then maybe even creates triple classic bullish divergence, that would be where I would like it. So I'm just going to keep on the watch list, but it's not really at the area I want for right now. This one looks pretty interesting. KDMN. Some classic bullish divergence on the daily, showing a pretty nice support in this area between like 350-ish. That's really the area over there. I don't know if it's a harmonic. Maybe it's a bullish bat. You can try and see. This looks a little bit deep. It's a 618. Can the bat go down to the 618? Let's see. Or is it the 50? Let's go, Dylan. The bat should only go down to the 50%. So the B point's a little bit deep, but it's pretty close to bat. I'll leave this one on the watch list. It's KDMN. All right, let's see. Dylan DiTomaso. I'm so sorry. I know I mispronounced that probably, but thank you for the 15. Could you look at PSFE? Yeah, I'll take a look at those three tickers. I'll do it right now because we're scanning in anyway. And you tipped. So thank you again for the 15. Appreciate it. If anybody else wants to send a tip, it's the pinned chat on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, it's like under the video. There's like a few banners on your screen. You could probably find it there. If you can't, just watch the stream. It's okay. RWB, RELA. So let's just take a look at these ones first. All right. In terms of the charts. Okay, the first one doesn't have that much data, so there's not much to work with here. I don't think it could be a harmonic either. It's not at a PCZ, so that's off the table for PSFE. The 4 hour doesn't even have that much data. This is really all I can do with PSFE. This is your resistance, all right? This green supply line. This is probably like your support. You could chart this a few different ways. You could probably chart it like this as well. Be a little bit more conservative. However you want to chart it. I'm not even concerned about the demand line. Let's just focus on the breakout line or the supply line or the upper trend line, whatever you want to call it. You want to get above this if you can. I mean, you have a gap fill to 1323. After that, you have like, this is your resistance zone from what I'm looking at, between 13.20 to $14. That could be like your first take profit. Second take profit would be like $17. There's just, it's, you know, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. 17 is that next level. So if you want to get into this because of fundamentals, I don't know anything about the company, so I can't, you know, contradict you there for now. But in terms of technicals, I'm not talking about like a technical edge here. I'm just saying if you want to play this because of fundamentals, that would just be how I would target. First target in this area, second target over around $17, right under it. But again, I don't think it's like a technical trade. You're just saying that you like it, you know, for fundamentals, which is great. This one honestly looks like more of a technical trade, RWB, where you have the classic bullish divergence on the daily MACD. The trend is not the best, I'll say that for sure, but I like how you made this run up Then you came all the way back down to the 200-day moving average, and you bounced off the 200-day moving average. This is your resistance, kind of something like that. Support, probably something like this. So it's pretty much in a falling wedge with classic bullish divergence. Better looking chart than the previous one. There is a small gap to fill to the downside at 116, so you definitely don't want to start pulling back, but it doesn't look like it has the most volume. Is this an OTC? I don't think so. So that's how I'm looking at RWB. Resistance at 157 as well. I don't even know if you can count that, but it was a support over here on these gappy candles. And then the next one is RELA. There's not much divergence on the daily. The 4-hour, eventually you can get classic bullish divergence if this MACD goes back to green. So that's definitely a possibility. You're in a support area. This whole entire range, look at this. This whole entire range, all the way between 17 cents. Let me just put a box here. Pretty much from 27 to 17 cents is a major support area. So you're back in this major support area. The last time you were here, you had a crazy run up, you know, pretty much to $1 almost, or 90 plus cents. So if you really zoom out, you could see like this is like the major resistance, and over here is kind of where the accumulation happens. And in between is like there's not that much. You had the one run and then you fell down, then you had the other one, you fell down. So really what this asset has done is it's pretty much spent a lot of time consolidating between 20 to 27 cents, and when it can break, you know, 30 cents, it goes up to like 80 plus cents. That happened once, and then it happened twice, and now you're here. So it could take a lot of patience. That's just how I'm looking at it from a technical standpoint. Thank you again for the 15, and thank you X11 for the follow on Twitch. Let's see, for the people again in Twitch, I know it's kind of lonely in that chat. This is my first this is really my first time dual streaming to Twitch. I mainly stream on YouTube, so check me out on YouTube. I have the same name on YouTube, Champion Vibe. But let's get back to scanning, and we're gonna do scanning until I clear the next 137 tickers off my watch list, and then after we finish that, I'm gonna spend the stream doing ticker requests, but we're not there yet. So let's just get back to running through a bunch of charts. I'm just gonna pass on this one. I'm gonna try and go a little bit quicker for time purposes. LI, great trade. Already hit both targets for premium members. Pass. On track. I just don't like the MACD. It's just losing that positive momentum day by day. So we'll find something else. You got it, Dylan. Appreciate the 15. Pets, I don't like the pump and dump. AMGN, not bad. If this thing can hold 233, honestly, this looks more like an options play than a swing trade to me, just because it's at a support and in between the 200-day moving average with some nice looking MACD development. It's really like bullish convergence, but also kind of like class B, classic bullish divergence, because it's pretty much the same low on price. I'll keep this on the watch list. I don't know, maybe if I need like an options idea one day. GoCo, I do not like this rounding top action. I'll pass. Also, let me know if the music's okay. I don't know if it's too loud or too low. But yeah, keep hitting that like button if you're on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're on Twitch. I mean, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. You can subscribe on Twitch. All your D, X11. Alright, appreciate it. But yeah, I think Twitch takes like a 50% cut or something of subs. The best place if you ever want to support what I'm doing is just sending a tip through Streamlabs, which is the pin chat on YouTube, and it's somewhere at the bottom on Twitch, because YouTube and Twitch, if you send me like donations directly through those, they take like 30 to 50% cuts and stuff like that, which is stupid, but that's how they make money. GPL broke this range, so I'll move on. HD, that's really all I have to say for it. This one, it's out of support, but I'm not too sure. Nope, I'll pass. And again, I'm going to miss a lot of opportunities here. I could probably look back on the stream tomorrow and there's something I'm going to pass on that's up 30%. That's just what's going to happen when you're charting 150 things. You can't get everything. You're just looking for the ones that you feel look the best, right? This one looks pretty good. This is American Eagle. Some classic bullish divergence developing on the 4-hour. And just maybe, I don't know if I'd say bull flagging or right angle descending broadening wedge. Kind of like a mix of the two. But it's just way up. Let me skip that song. AGRO, it's already running. This one's already running. Pulling back. This one actually looks pretty decent with the hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Pretty weird area to be entering based on, like, how would you place your stop loss here? It's also a pretty slow mover. It's not bad. I like the higher lows as well. I mean, I'll keep it on the watch list. Actually, I already took it off, so whatever. BNL, pass. See, it's like 90% of the things that they just don't give me everything I look for, and that's fine. That's why you're scanning. That's why you're putting so many tickers on your watch list, so you can find, you know, only the best ones. I don't know about that one. I'd like to see better divergence. Pass. We've only gotten 4 good looking ones so far, and we've probably looked through about 50. That's just what it comes down to. I don't like how that broke the 200-day moving average. ELP, it got over it, but like better areas to enter. 5, meh. Is there any support? Nah, too choppy. This one's already going to the moon. Same for that one. No, there's not really any support there. Music's good volume, perfect. We're gonna do ticker requests in about 20 minutes. Not yet though. Do I buy puts? Rarely. I definitely buy calls a lot more. Very rarely will I buy puts. The market has to look pretty bad for me to buy puts, especially on individual stocks. Yeah, we'll do ticker requests in a few. Just scanning right now through a watch list that I made. Just start speeding this up. I'll let you know when I find one I think looks interesting. But for now, we're just doing rounds. I usually do this much quicker off stream, just because I'm not like talking and stuff, so I could just kind of be like a robot. This song's pretty decent. Let me put down my volume myself so it doesn't keep picking it up. Not getting too much luck. The last week when I streamed, I found like 30 takers that looked good, and they did pretty well. Well, I mean a few of them, honestly. It was the week before as well, that was really good. This week, just not finding a lot of luck. Kind of sucks that I'm streaming it this week and not last week, but it is what it is. Yeah, really just not finding something interesting for now. Wait. One thing I want to talk about on GM is it's breaking a major area. We got to go on the weekly. Is it GM or was it GE? It might have been GE. It was GE. Let me show you GE. Take a look at this GE chart. All right. Look at the area that it's trying to break. It's actually already broken at $13. Such an important area. Okay. We go all the way back in time. Back to 96. I wasn't even born. This $13 area, resistance, support. All right, that's in 96. We come all the way back a few more years later. 2008 support, 2010 support, 2011 support, resistance in 2018, resistance in 2020, and now you're breaking back above it. And where's that next resistance? I mean, there's really not much until 21. I mean, look, straight up, went up, then you went straight back down. Then when you broke back above it, you went straight up. Okay, then you went straight back down. So in between 13 and 21 on GE, historically, it's been a straight ride up or a straight ride down, depending on if you're breaking below 21 or if you're breaking above 13. This time around, GE is breaking above 13. So in terms of like a long-term trade, of course, you had the past year to get a better entry on GE ever since the COVID crash. But even now, I mean, GE is a huge company. I don't know how well they're doing with the shift over to like modern day tech, but just looking at the chart, there's obviously crazy room. This is something I've been watching. Honestly, should have taken like a long-term position at a lower price, just haven't. But we'll get back to the other charts. This was a missed trade. Let me put up my fan, it's pretty hot. Planet Fitness, Disney. X going on a run. Shout out to Kind Hat and 5150. Boeing, beautiful. I mean, I missed this one too, but beautiful. It's taken off, pun intended. Workhorse, I don't like the pump and dump. Why can't I find anything? Doc, you went up like crazy on Friday. Really cannot find anything right now. Sucks. Chevron. Eh. I don't know, maybe you all can help me out more than the scanners when we do tick requests right when I finish this. Not the best luck today with scanning though. Everything's either already ran or it's just like it's not near support. That's the issue. And none of these are my types of trades. Like if Delta can backtest 45 bucks, that could be a nice options play if it holds it. So I'll keep Delta on the watch list. SU, again, already running. Trip. There's just not much support here. See. I'm sorry, I know this has been really boring so far, but again, you just can't compromise. And that's really what it comes down to when you trade. Like, there are going to be boring times looking for opportunity. But once you get them, it's like the coolest thing ever, where it's like, you can make a lot of money if you find a really good looking opportunity. NLS, no. Look how, that does not look good to me. Maybe you all can help me out in like 5-10 minutes. I'm just trying to rush through this list at this point because it's just not that good. PSTH, what was it, the UMG announcement or whatever? Or rumors, not announcement, I don't even know. This one just, I mean, this one's okay. You do have classic bullish divergence on the daily. And you're at an important area, the 1781 level from these lows and this high. And on the 4 hour, you also might be double bottom. All right, IOVA, one decent looking one. It could look better if it starts bouncing a little bit more. Silo, I'll have to pass. MP, WW, already running. You already looked at GE, NGL. Happy Sunday, Alex. Nope, not the best luck. So we only came out with about 6 or 7, it looks like. Yeah. About half an hour of scanning, because I spent like probably 20 minutes talking. Half an hour of scanning about 150 stocks. Only came out with 6 of them that look tradable, in my opinion, based on higher time frame technicals, which were FLWS, hidden bullish divergence on the daily, consolidating after move up. KC, let me see what this is exactly. Bullish bat with classic bullish divergence, waiting for a double bottom potentially. KDMN, probably the best one, I think. Double bottom at the PCZ of close to a bullish bat off of a nice line with classic bullish divergence. I like KDMN quite a bit. Then we have AMGN. This one, I don't know about a swing trade, but it could be just like a really quick trade off of the support area at 233. That's AMGN. Then we have Delta, another one that I don't really know about a swing trade, but could be a nice quick day trader, you know, options trade off of 45 if it gets there. And finally, IOVA. This one, it needs some work. I want to see a little bit more confirmation, but you have classic bullish divergence on the daily. And you're at a very important area with the potential double bottom that needs to work on the 4 hour. It's not even like a really textbook double bottom. It was like one bottom kind of here and then the second one. But again, needs some work for more clarity. But that's really it. And really, if there's one thing I want you to take from this, you know, relatively boring stream so far, is this is going to happen. I mean, last weekend was completely different. I wish I would have streamed it. But last weekend I did the same exact thing and it was like, wow, good chart, good chart, good chart. This weekend was like, can I find a good chart? I only found about 6. So the last few weeks, you know, there was a lot of opportunities I saw. We took a lot of them. They've been great trades. This week, a little bit harder to find opportunities. I don't know how much that speaks about how the market's looking, but just from what I've scanned, from the sample size of about like, you know, close to 200 takers, only could find 6 ones that looked better. None of these are even like the craziest setups. They're regular setups. Still swinging HUIA. Yeah, that one's being a little bit funny. Just, you know, running up 5%, dipping back down to the entry. We'll see what happens, but that pretty much completes my boring half an hour of scanning, which I was hoping for a lot more but couldn't find some. So maybe I can get some help from everybody in the chat. I've been saying it for about half an hour, but now we're probably ready to do ticker requests. I'll probably spend about 20 to 30 minutes doing ticker requests before my battery dies. But we got 31 people watching between Twitch and YouTube. So if you're in Twitch or YouTube, most people are on the YouTube chat, and you want me to look at a ticker for you, drop it in the chat. Don't request something that was up 5,000% last week. Don't request something that IPO'd last week. I need something with consistency and data that could put in a move soon. I like getting in before the hype, not after the pump and dump, or during the pump before the dump. That's not how I trade. So let's do ticker request now. Drop it in the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat. I'm going to try and keep it to 1 ticker per person just for a little bit, unless we really don't have that many tickers in the chat for time purposes and to make it fair. We'll do Fubo. All right, I'll do 2 for you, Mike, because I also want to look at BNGO. And I'm going to be running through these very quickly. If I kind of skip yours, or if I don't really spend much time on it, don't take it personally. I'm just trying to, again, I'm scanning right now. When you're scanning, you got to take away your emotions. All you're doing is just trying to narrow things down. You're not really looking super deep into companies or really going on every single time frame. You're just really quickly looking at the chart, seeing if it looks good right away. If it doesn't, just move on. That's what you do when you're scanning. It's a numbers game, right? So if I just move super quickly, don't take offense to that. If you really want me to dive more in depth, then just come out to my regular streams. Usually on my weeknight streams is when I do more in depth ticker requests, where I spend a lot more time. But on this one, like seriously, it's a scanning stream. I'm just gonna be running through them really quickly. That's what you do when you're scanning. So yeah, let me see if anybody said anything in the Twitch chat. No. All right, we'll start with these ones. First one was TNXP. I mean, it already double bottomed off the 200-day moving average. There was a much better entry over here. There was even classic bullish divergence at this point. Like, yes, it still can't, it's bullish, but it has higher risk buying up here than buying down here, because where do you place your stop loss? You know? Wish, not much data for me to work with. I don't know if this is the right wish you want me to look at. This was the only one on the NASDAQ though. Not much data. I guess you do have classic bullish divergence on the daily, but I don't really trade charts with less than, you know, I mean, this technically does have about 4 or 5 months of data, or actually 6, but it's just not much has happened in those 6 months other than a downtrend. So on high time frames, I'm not too sure. Fubo, I really wish I was looking at it right here when it was back testing the 200-day moving average. I just missed it, completely missed it. And then like right over here on this day, I was looking at it, thinking about getting in options and also maybe a swing trade. And then the next day when I woke up, when I was ready to get in after it held it the previous day, because on this day right here, on the 1st, I was just waiting for confirmation that I was going to close above the 200-day moving average. And then my plan the next day was to get in after the confirmation. But when I woke up, this thing was up like crazy in pre-market, which I guess a lot of other people were thinking the same exact thing. So I just probably should have woken up at 4 a.m. But at this point, I mean, if we look at the 1 hour, it's probably kind of like bull flagging out. I mean, I don't know if this is going to go all the way back down to 22. It looks like it's getting a lot of bullish momentum, and there's not much resistance until 34. So I've always been a fan of Fubo. It was hard to be a fan during this run, but we'll see if, you know, we're starting to create a new trend now. Bingo broke a supply line. Next resistance is 767. After that's 963. There was definitely a better entry area, which was when you had classic bullish divergence around the 200-day moving average right over here. And I'm not saying that just because it already happened. If I would have seen it right over here, pretty easy to tell with the divergence in the 200-day. TR, I mean, this was up 7% one day, but I mean, really, not bad. Like if we just look at the overall trend, not bad. I mean, it had a crazy, I don't know if this was Wall Street Bets, but it probably was. It kind of lines up with when the initial pumps were happening. Tootsie Roll. I don't know how they're doing fundamentally nowadays, but the chart looks pretty decent. It's holding that 200-day moving average. Kind of breaking out of this supply line. It's above major areas that used to be a resistance. I'm a fan. I think 35, 36 bucks could be next. All it has to do is stay above 32. TR, I'll keep it on my watch list. I like that one. EVFM, is it at all-time lows? If it is, I mean, there's no support when you're at all-time lows. There was crazy buying volume last week, or actually on like May, what was the day? Look at this. On May 18th, there was insane buying volume, but it was only up like 2 or 3%. Literally the highest volume ever, and it didn't move much. That's just so strange. And a gap down. I'm not too sure. There's obviously a gap to fill. It'll bounce at some point. I don't know how easy it will be to time it. Maybe don't time it. Maybe just want to invest in it, but I don't know anything about the company. Ride, better entry areas, Apple. Hanging on by a thread here. The daily MACD, it looked bad. Now it's looking decent again. It's pretty close to going back to green. Apple, it just not bad. It was looking pretty rough on like, I think it was Thursday, where it was like breaking the demand line, breaking the 200-day moving average. And then the good day for the market on Friday just kind of looks like a fake out now. But again, what if you go back on Monday tomorrow and Apple breaks back below it? It's like, it's in a huge make or break area. This is the area on Apple, in my opinion, that will kind of not predict, but will give you probability for the next couple of months. If it can hold this and pivot off of it, the 200-day moving average and a major demand line, I think we're going to see 137 to all-time highs. If it can't hold this, you might go revisit 120 at that support. So huge make or break area, good day on Friday, up 2%. I'm rooting for it, but I hope it, I mean, you never know. SOL, let's see. This one could be a bullish bat. Yeah, bullish bat on SOL. Nice. Good. Just hold that demand line. Even if you break this demand line, you could double bottom at the PCZ. Next resistance is 1070. After that, literally like 16 bucks. Yeah, even from back over here, between 11 and 16, there's not much resistance. You have a little bit at like 14 from like these little highs. Pretty good. All you gotta do is hold above, probably I'd say, you see this hammer candle right over here on the daily? You want to hold above the lows of this hammer candle, which would be about like 770. You want to hold above 770. That's all you got to do. I'll keep on my watch list. SOL. Microsoft is next. Anything above 246 is bullish in my opinion. It was that previous high. Kind of like an abandoned baby candle over here. It wasn't really a doji. It was more of a pin bar on the gap down candle, but pretty nice candle setup. If it breaks over these highs around 250, there's a gap fill at 260. Could be an options play. I'll keep it on my watch list. FCEL, pretty close to a bullish crab. Bounce at the PCZ, broke over the 200-day moving average, but is finding resistance at the highs from April. It found resistance again in the beginning of June. If it can ever break 1077, the run can continue, but that's a make or break area. Even from the past, that used to be a support and a resistance. Very important area is 1077. Let me breathe. Helion, if it can hold above 1125, it broke out of it, and now it's kind of back testing it and flipping into support. If it can hold above 1125, that was even the low from this candle on March 5th when the S&P was at the bottom of the wedge. If it can hold above 1125, this has room to $15. There's not much over here until this next area at 15. So obviously there was a far better entry area, which I honestly was so close to getting the perfect entry on Helion. I just got scared with the earnings. The earnings were the only reason I didn't put out this trade. And then right after earnings, it just started running and I didn't want to FOMO. But still, if it can hold this, you could set up a new trade and like literally just do this, right? It's the same exact thing, not the same probability, a little bit weaker probability because it's already ran from 7 to 12. So if people want to take some profits on that almost 2x, they might. So it's not the same probability, but about the same reward to risk, potentially even better. But that's Helion. Credit Suisse, I mean, with everything that happened with Archegos, I'm not too sure. I guess anything above 1025 is good. That was your low on this candle. It was your low on this candle, low on this candle, low on this candle. 1025, you're above it. That's fine. You do have a gap to fill from the dump at 13 or 1285 to be precise. Definitely double bottomed over here. Probably on the 4-hour, it looks very clear. Yeah, first bottom, second bottom. Less levels of negative momentum on the second bottom. 200-day moving average is around 1185. We'll see what happens. AHT, we've talked about this one. It got up to the choppy area. We talked about this the night before it happened. So that on Wednesday night, we talked about AHT and how it was a pretty choppy area between like 520 to 576. It got a little bit higher than 576. It went into test 6 intraday, but eventually you could see it got to a historical choppy area and it pulled back there. That was very technical. Regardless of all the hype and the fundamental swingers, it got to an area where previously in the past you saw turbulence, or actually previously you saw support, but it's an ice line, so it's an important historical area in price, and what was once support is now your resistance. But if it can't get above it, yeah, it's going crazy. You know, there's a lot of optimistic bias behind it fundamentally. I know that, which, you know, obviously changes the probabilities of certain technicals. IDEX is in the middle of a support and resistance. There's not much I could say about it. Flip a coin. I mean, as Mitch Ray would say, that's really what it looks like over here. I'll skip that song. BRQS. It was up 6%, but anything above 81 cents here is bullish. We were talking about this. Somebody requested this last week on stream. I just charted it really quickly. I think it was like Thursday or something, like right over here. I showed you the two supports, the classic bullish divergence, and how I would set up a trade on this just based on how I charted it. My first target was just the 200-day moving average and then the 144 historical resistance. And then I just threw my stop loss like under the all-time lows. Like very simple to chart something like this. And it's for now looking pretty good. I mean, it's not an official trade or anything. It was just something I charted really quickly. Looks like we got some more tickers in here. And my computers, I've still got some time left. But yeah, if you've been enjoying the stream, I've been live for an hour now. Hit that like button on YouTube, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you want to send me a tip, that's the pin chat on YouTube, and it's somewhere in the description on Twitch. Not my normal stream time. I usually stream at 9 p.m. EST, but I won't be tonight, so I just decided to go live in the afternoon. So yeah. How you doing, Mike? Microsoft we already looked at. SPLK. Bullish back, going back to March of last year. We'll take a look. Oh, I already have this charted. Yeah, this one looks pretty. This one looks. Sheesh. At the PCZ of a bullish bat from the COVID crash. Classic bullish divergence on the daily. The thing is, you could argue that the classic bullish divergence already played out. You had it. You confirmed it right here. You had a run, then you started pulling back, and now your MACD is waning. So that's a little bit iffy. Also weird gap down on Thursday. But now if you can just hold $110, you could double bottom at the PCZ, and the buyers can confirm twice that that's where they want to push the price up. And if that happens, because that's also a historical area, I mean, it's more of like 107. Anywhere between 110 and 107, if it can bounce there, there's crazy upside room. There's multiple gaps to fill over here. This one could be a monster if it holds this important area. So I'll keep this on my watch list. Probably, yeah, like a falling wedge too. Good one. I already had it charted, but I kind of forgot about it. We'll keep an eye on it going into the week. Now we have LTHM. This one broke above 1946. If you're a breakout trader, maybe this is, you know, more of your style. As a reversal swing trader, it's not really my style. I would have liked to enter it over here before the pop. But if you like entering after and, you know, playing the secondary runs, that maybe that's your type of trade, just not mine. ENG, I don't like how it got back under the 200-day moving average after a very big candle. 40% candle, and then it just went back under. Like, that's just not great. Of course, it could just get back above. It's kind of being a little bit weird in this area, but I'm not too sure. CHCI, very gappy 4-hour chart. The daily though looks pretty good. Anything above 624 is bullish. That previous pump high from April of 2020, cup and handle kind of. Not much divergence though. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, great. If you're not, I'm sorry. This is not my usual type of stream. It's usually a lot more structured. This one's just kind of me just looking at as many charts as possible to find some potential new trades going into the week. So definitely a different stream than normal, and a different time, and a different platform because we're also on Twitch. Just testing stuff out. But let me know if you're enjoying this type of streams. I also uploaded a different type of video yesterday. I did like a little bit of a fundamental, not really, but I just looked at like this new potential EV stock ribby, and I uploaded that video yesterday on my YouTube channel. So just trying to switch it up here and there, trying to improve however I can. OBSV is just chopping around the 200-day moving average. It's above 257. That's all you have to do is hold above that, but I don't really see any divergence or patterns or anything like that. We already looked at Apple, and then plug. I think we already looked at it as well. It's at a make or break area. It's at the 200-day moving average and the resistance, which used to be a support. All right. UTT. It's kind of breaking support. I mean, it's under 216 now. I used to get back above 216 for me to gain confidence. Yes, you have this mini support from that previous low in May, around like 180-ish. You want to hold that now, but you overall want to get back above 216, which used to be that major area where you eventually double bottomed and then had a nice run, and then when you broke under it, you fell quite a bit. You know, that's the important area. But that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you for coming out. I'll see you all tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. Here we go. 1 second. Let me just make sure all this added. Perfect. Alright, thank you for coming out to the stream. I'm sorry for all the weird stuff with me trying out a bunch of new different things. How do I delete this from my watch list? Whatever. But yeah. Have a great Sunday night. Have a great week trading. I'll be live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. If you did not already like the stream on YouTube, please go ahead and do so. It just helps to grow the channel, I think. I don't even know. But it also just makes me feel better. Hey, we just got one more like. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. Got about 4 new followers on Twitch on the first stream for dual streaming. What's up, M Hammer? How you doing? Check out the YouTube stream on Champion Vibe. Thank you for being in the Twitch stream, just trying it out. And yeah, thank you for all the support, everybody. Hopefully you learned something this stream. I know we couldn't find the best charts that I was hoping for, but that's just how it goes. That's another thing that you should learn. It's not going to go as you want it to all the time. So that's it. Have a great evening. Thank you for coming out. Join the Discord. The link's in the description. If you want to join Premium Alerts, the link's in the description. If not, you do you. Watch the streams, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace out. Joel, I don't know how I can pronounce that. Espelat. I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. Thank you for the $5 super chat on YouTube. Legend. Appreciate it. Let's go. Have a good evening. I don't know why I did that.